Welcome to Married to Movies. Industry insiders John Russell and Tracy Kring live and work happily in cinematrimony. They're sharing behind-the-scenes adventures of writing, producing, and appreciating films.
Okay, so hello, my name is John Russell Kring, and this is a test version of the podcast, Married to the Movies.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Not married to the movies. Married to movies.
Okay, so what were those two things so different from each other?
It's a name.
I understand it's a name, but me adding the, you act like it was like so untoward. Like I just shit in your mouth. Married to the movies. Okay.
But the name of the damn show is Married to Movies.
Married to Movies. All right, fair enough. Because it's the number 2.
No.
It's not the number 2. Okay. It was going to be the number 2. And or
now I got to talk with my mouth.
Now it's going to be 2TOO.
Eating and doing this is too hard.
No, it's not. No.
I'm going to end up with food in my mouth all the time.
What difference does that make? People can't even tell.
Mm-hmm. You're going to tell.
Well, when you do it like that, they can tell.
Podcasts are all about like being quality and sounding like NPR. This is just not going to work.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
I was going to use the number 2 in the logo.
Right.
When
that was my idea.
I looked at it was so
Can we acknowledge that was my idea?
Whoever considered that you could use the word two and the number 2 interchangeably. Whoever considered that.
I just want to point out that was my idea.
There was already a blog named Married to Movies.
Okay, right.
But I looked them up and they had 40 episodes and they went defunct in 2011.
Really?
Yeah. So I thought, fuck you guys.
They went defunct. Does that mean that
somehow
they were George Clinton's blog?
Look, somehow they still had really good SEO and they came up like first.
Defunct.
The lineup. Let's talk about Nightcrawler.
Right. Nightcrawler.
The call we just had.
Okay.
And then whatever that was you
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So, Nightcrawler. So,
well, first of all, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning.
Okay, well, I just want to say my friend called me at 6 in the morning.
I know. I was already awake.
I know. I looked over and you're over there flipping with your fingers.
Yes.
God only knows what.
It wasn't porn.
My friend was having like bowel distress. Let's call it bowel distress.
Shitting herself.
She ate too much sour cream.
She had the shits.
Doritos. She had Taco Bell.
She was full of shit.
Look, I just want to say, if you have Taco Bell any time of the day,
yes,
you gotta be careful with that tummy. Okay, you gotta be careful what else you're gonna put in there.
Yeah, it can be.
And then for dinner, she just ate Doritos and she said sour cream, and then she said a lot of sour cream. I'm like, dairy like that.
So she had Taco Bell for lunch and Doritos for dinner?
Yeah. I mean, she's 10. No.
Apparently. Apparently.
A balanced diet is not something that's important to pursue right now for her life.
Apparently not.
But I'm just saying, so she woke me up telling me that I needed to come take care of her. Because she ate too much Doritos and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's only about.
But why were you awake? You just randomly woke up.
Well, I've been having the tingles, and I don't know why.
You've been having like this numb sensation.
Yeah, numb and tingling and cold in my extremities. I just randomly woke up. I also I took my CPAP off last night for some reason.
Can we not talk about our health issues?
Oh, we have to. That's going to be part of it. That's part of it. We're
every
old.
Morning,
we're old.
Just for the listeners out there, I just want to let you know. Just imagine this guy, and he's got like the indentations of his CPAP mask on his face still.
I like to think of it as it's how people should have been able to tell that Zorro was Zorro or that the Lone Ranger was the Lone Ranger. And imagine Batman. Batman's gotta have a big crease right across his nose all the time.
You are onto something there. Really? Really, you are.
Just think about it, okay?
And doesn't Superman basically have the same hairdo as Clark Kent?
Yeah, he does. That all started last night before we went to bed.
Because I also have a CPAP.
Because you have a CPAP and you're just like... The fire rises.
No, I think it was nobody ever knew me before I had the mask.
Yes, exactly. See, so now that you have the mask, then you can do Bane dialogue, and I wanted some Bane dialogue, and you didn't remember any of it.
Well, I definitely think.
But how about that opening to that Batman? Like with the plane and all that.
I think I was asleep.
Already? Oh my God, we're gonna have to watch that.
So we wake up this morning. Batman had been on.
Right.
I just like thumbed through the other suggested movies, and there were like a million Batman movies there. And then there was Nightcrawler.
Right.
Which I'm like, I don't really understand that lineup, but fine. It works.
Dark Nightcrawler.
So I put Nightcrawler on, which is, kind of a mistake because
Nightcrawler
we
is
love it.
Just
We're not gonna go back to
one
sleep.
of the best movies of probably, what was it like?
It was
What,
2014.
2014. Okay.
I think that's what the description said.
Okay,
Before
so-
I fell asleep.
Okay, so it's like 8 or 9 years ago.
It doesn't feel that way.
It is such a brilliant film. Jake Gyllenhaal, everything. It's a tour de force. All of the other acting in it. It is such an original story. It's basically, the movie to me, it plays like a superhero movie. Mm-hmm. But the superhero is evil to his core.
Is he evil?
He's an evil man. All he cares about is himself. And and other people's feel. He's a sociopath.
He is definitely sociopathic.
So the whole movie kind of plays that. There's like an origin story. There's him developing his powers. There's there's the big reveal of him as being amazing. But then he uses all of these abilities to manipulate
Rene
Russo to have sex with him and do something in their apartment that she does not want to do.
She complains about it, which my mind always invents shit
Like,
there.
what in God's name does he want her to do?
Bark like a dog.
Oh, no, it's much worse than that. It's something really perverted. It's like,
Like what?
I don't peg him with his own fern.
With
possibly,
the fern?
yeah, with the fern that he's like always watering. I don't know. It's a possibility.
I don't know. I feel like maybe he wants stomped or something.
Oh, something really bad. Yeah, something
But I
that's
think she
humiliating.
would do that. Yeah, I'm just like, what would he want that she wouldn't do?
Right, very little. She doesn't like him. Though at the very, very, very end, when he basically
She does act.
murders people,
Yeah.
when he gets people murdered,
Yeah, he does.
and he walks in with the footage, and she is like starstruck. She is absolutely just wet over herself.
I think that's the footage too.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but it's just like what he is able to bring, which basically is saving her career. It's Pullman, right? No, it's not. Shit. What is his name?
Paxton.
Paxton is so great in it.
The late, great Bill
The late
Paxton.
great, yes. Well, you were trying to find Twister. Because you were upset about my tingly hands and tingly feet.
Yeah, and you scaring me, making me think you had a heart attack.
Right, exactly, because I wasn't sure. So the only thing that would make you feel better was Twister, and we couldn't do it.
Well, it's on DVD.
Why didn't we just pull out the DVD?
Because I don't know. It feels like I shouldn't have to. I'm just gonna buy it on Amazon, and then I'll always have it. I'm gonna have some more pico de gallo.
Please do. So
and I'm the only one eating here, which is very frustrating because you eat so fast.
Well, okay. I promise when we do this that I will eat with you so that we'll have equal sounds where people are like, ooh, was that him slurping or her slurping?
It's just all me.
Maybe
now.
our fans will be known as slurpers.
Well, I think we should all have breakfast together.
Yes. You have breakfast with us, Married to the Movies.
No, Married to Movies. Oh, God.
See, now it's going to become a thing where I purposely say it wrong.
No, it's not. Because I'm going to kick your ass. Okay, so Nightcrawler, amazing film. I don't know. Nobody ever really talks about it. It's got such a great tone. The color of it's so beautiful.
I don't remember the director, but he also wrote it.
Alexa, who directed the movie Nightcrawler?
Nightcrawler was directed by Dan Gilroy.
Dan Gilroy.
Shout out.
Alexa, what are some other movies directed by Dan Gilroy?
I know about 5 movies which are directed by Dan Gilroy and they are Nightcrawler, Velvet Buzzsaw, Roman J. is Real, Esquire, and Faster, Cheaper, Better.
Faster, Cheaper, Better, Velvet Buzzsaw, which was also the Jake Gyllenhaal movie. That was the one. It was on Netflix, and basically it was about the painting that made you.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. That was like, that killed you or made you kill yourself. I forget what it was. It was not a movie that really took off. Okay, so let's just say this. Nightcrawler is Dan Gilroy's masterpiece. Also, we saw that other Jake Gyllenhaal movie, The Covenant, and that was really good too. He is an actor that you can almost always bank on. Even in terrible movies like Ambulance, he's really fun in it.
Yeah.
Ambulance is terrible.
Yeah. But, I don't know. All that controversy that came up with him and Taylor Swift.
Oh my God. Nobody, no slurper who is listening to our
No, that's not what they're called.
That's not what they're called? Our podcast fans are not also known as slurpers.
No, I don't think so.
So, the next thing that happened. We have found a new way of making omelets, which is
it's the
perfect.
Best.
Well, I don't see.
No, it's the
we
best.
say we found a new way, but we didn't find the way.
Okay.
Was it a TikTok thing?
I saw it on TikTok because all these people had these tiny little waffle makers.
Okay.
The tiny ones. And they're putting cheese in there, and then they're putting egg in there, and then they're putting the lid on it.
What are tiny waffle makers?
They're literally like the size of your hand, like the palm of your hand.
Oh. So are they like tortilla makers?
They're fucking waffles. I don't know.
They're fucking waffles.
I thought, wow, if you made an omelet like that, it'd be amazing.
I can't find the can opener.
And we have a really big skillet because we're going to split the omelet. So put the butter in there and then do like a thin layer of shredded cheese. And the temperature is very key. You want to keep it kind of medium to low.
We'll start at 3.
Let it melt for a second. Pour the cracked eggs over.
What kind of recipe is that? Let it melt for a second?
Then you put your cracked eggs, stirred up in there. And give it a little salt. We're really into Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning for eggs. And then you can put in whatever filling you want.
No, don't put the filling in yet.
Oh, let the egg harden up a little bit.
Yeah. And you got to turn up the eggs a little bit.
Oh, Lord.
You do.
We put a lid on it.
And spinach. Do the flip to the side thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it is beautiful. It's like a sunrise.
And it's so good. So cheesy. Tasty.
It's like almost like creme brulee. It's
so good.
The cheese is like you crack it.
It's like crusty.
Yes.
It's so good.
It's so good.
We have it with sliced tomato, or this morning we made pico de gallo.
Okay.
So we're sitting down to eat breakfast, and Tavares calls. Tavares Walker. He is a director that we work with out of Atlanta.
We love you, Tavares.
He was just feeling good waking up this morning. He had a photo shoot with the whole cast from Back to the Trap, and had brought in the lead actress and had all the characters and all the character teams.
Back to the Trap is like a series. I would call it like New Jack City, if New Jack City was like more of a modern series.
Very cool. I'm DP on that. John is AD on that.
Yes.
Tavares is directing.
He's the writer and he's also the actor.
Yeah, and he's the lead in it with his character Lucci Cruz.
It used to be Lucci Tom Cruise.
No.
Yeah, he did. No, that was initially he was known as a Lucci Tom Cruise. And
Are
then
you
he
lying
changed.
to me?
I'm not lying to you.
Are you lying?
Do you want me to call him right now and prove this?
Okay, I'll believe you. He called us up. He's just feeling good. We had been talking to him about the team that he's wanting to create. He was very successful in Jacksonville, Florida. He's moved to Atlanta, Georgia now, and he wants to create a team, really go for the production studio vibe.
The conclusion that he reached this morning to me was exactly where your head always needs to be.
Well, and it's one of our tenets as independent filmmakers. And sometimes you forget your own rules. You do. It's an independent film. You don't always have money to throw at something. You don't always have manpower to throw at something. And when a problem arises or you're facing a challenge, the first rule is look around the room. You taught me this. Mm-hmm. This is your rule. That became the rule. Look around the room.
What do you already have?
What do I already have? Like, why buy a flashlight if you need a flashlight, if you already have a flashlight? Use the props that are in your room. Use the people that are in your room.
Thanks to our sponsor, Movie Mode Merch, the graphic t-shirt store to outfit you for your next film set. Be the person wearing the t-shirt everyone asks, "Hey, where'd you get that shirt?" Cast and crew alike love these inside jokes and filmmaking-inspired designs. Check them out on Insta at Movie Mode Merch.
What plays into that is don't be afraid to be vulnerable and tell people that you're in need of something. The people that are in your room have given themselves over to you as tools to help you create, just like you're a tool that is being used to create your project. And if those people don't know that you need an office space, or they don't know that you need a car for a scene, all of a sudden you're like going around, you're going to strangers when you could be talking to friends.
The thing that he realized was he looked around that room and said, holy shit, I have a team.
Right.
The people in this room are my team.
Right.
And if I need to find something, if I need somebody to work on my social media, if I need somebody to teach me about this or that, I need to look to these people in this room. And I told him, first of all, you created that team.
Right.
As a director, as a producer,
you're not a general.
filmmaker.
You're not a general unless you have an army.
Right. You created that team. And he was like, oh, but it's true. But it's true.
He did go, oh, he did. He really did.
He did.
Unexpectedly.
But it is true. You also are, in line karmically with what independent film needs. Because you are looking in that room.
I'm not sure how I feel about you using the term karmically, but okay.
Is it not a word?
No, I don't believe in karma. I think karma is magical thinking. Okay, but that's okay.
Well, I can say you're an idiot because karma is science, bitch.
Okay, fair enough.
What is karma?
Karma is this idea that if you're doing bad to someone in a situation, somewhere down the line, that's going to come back to you in an opposite way.
Every
like from some random
has
thing.
An equal and opposite reaction.
I understand that, but that does not
science.
Right. Okay.
That's karma.
But karma is different than what you plant, you reap. That's a very different concept. Because
that's what you're attaching to it, because you think karma is what you deserve. Karma is not making a judgment on you.
What karma to me is this idea that by putting out something negative into the universe, something negative is coming back at you, not directly from that negativity, but from some other place to pay off the negativity that you put out in the universe. And that to me is the problem with karma. What you're saying are two, to me, different things.
They're all the same to me.
Okay, fair enough.
It's just different ways of saying it and different ways of thinking about it.
We're at the end of our podcast.
Well, we haven't finished.
We're at the end.
When when people think that couples need to agree on like certain huge topics, it's wrong.
Is that really a huge topic? Whether or not I believe in karma or not.
That's basically religion.
It's not religion. It's not religion.
It is.
Oh,
it is
God.
religious thinking.
No, magical thinking is not religion. That's the
is.
problem.
It is, though.
Okay.
Because anything could become a religion. I think that film is a religion to us.
Speaking of religion to us, our last thing we were going to talk about.
Oh, yeah. What was that? Martin Scorsese?
Martin Scorsese's, I saw the trailer, which you didn't even see, for The Killers of the Flower Moon. And I was going to talk to Tracy about it because I didn't know if she knew the story that Killers of the Flower Moon is about.
Is it about true crime?
Yes.
I'm in.
Okay. It is about a true crime. This really isn't even a spoiler alert because this is, pretty basic. This was a very, very big book. But there were these, I believe it was in Oklahoma, and the Osage Indians who had a reservation struck oil.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so you already know there's a problem.
Ain't no white man gonna like that. Oh, no.
Right. But
they're gonna figure out, oh, this land is really ours.
What happened apparently over the course of like 15 or 20 years or something like that is that
there's wars created over this.
Right. Is that if the bloodline of a family was severed,
blood quantums,
right, then that oil would that land or something would be returned back to the government or something like that. So I think literally over the course of like 25 or 30 years or something like that, like hundreds of murders and unexplained deaths. And
yeah, because they fucking killed him. And then you always tell me, oh, the government doesn't do stuff like that.
Well, I don't know if it was the government or just businessmen. I think it's Robert De Niro in this particular movie. It looks like basically they're trying
to. Indigenous
they're just not
murders are not.
They're not just going in like Custer style and just wiping them out. They're trying to get away with murder.
Right.
So they're like pushing people off of cliffs and poisoning them and all this. It's just like DiCaprio is almost like, I can't tell what he is. He's like a soldier, but I think he's also investigating, and I think he's in a relationship with one of the Indian women or something like that.
Of course, DiCaprio's in it.
Of course. I don't even know why I'm talking about this because I've not seen Killers of the Flower Moon. But it's that Schindler's List thing, it's that thing where it's kind of like these people are just like, oh, help us, and then, I
don't know if you should make that comparison.
I'm saying, look, there's a lot of ways to tell a story, okay? And stories can be told in an empowering way. Empowering way. I'm afraid that is going to be the vibe of this particular movie. That's my fear.
Okay. Well, that's a valid fear. That is a valid fear.
Empowering.
The people who actually live there on the reservation, how is their story going to unfold?
Right.
Is it going to just focus on a bunch of white men?
You know what I think?
Which is what it sounds like it's going to do. Because, one, Martin Scorsese's making it.
Yes.
Okay. When has he ever told a female story?
What about women?
When has he ever told a female story?
Well...
ever.
Hang on. Let me think.
Has a woman ever been the lead of his story? Ever?
In a Martin Scorsese film?
Yes, bitch.
Where a woman is the main lead in the film.
Yes. He's never...
Alice doesn't live here anymore.
Huh?
Alice doesn't live here anymore.
Really?
Yes. That was the one that the show Alice, the sitcom, was based on. And
does she die in the end?
I don't remember if she dies in the end. Chris Christopherson was
know.
So Alice doesn't live here.
Mel's Diner.
Yeah.
Came from...
No, it's not Mel's Diner.
Alice? Was there a show Alice?
Yes, there was a show called Alice. Mel's Diner was from Happy Days.
Oh, that's a whole other thing we can do is all these spin-offs.
all the diners. No, but
spin-offs.
But I absolutely nailed it. Alice Doesn't Live Here anymore. But once again, same thing with Steven Spielberg. Male-centric stories.
One movie.
With Spielberg, he had the Color Purple.
I mean, that's a great movie. It is, and it's got a lot of great female characters.
Right.
But it was also based off of a book.
And you could also say Well, I understand that, but most of these guys, both of those guys, mostly make their films based off books. These are directors, these are not writer-directors for the most part. Even though he did write Fabelmans, and Spielberg
does. A good move.
Well, Spielberg does.
Well, you kind of have to write the Fabelmans if it's about your life.
That's true.
It's like a freaking diary where you're the hero.
Yes, exactly. It was not that great a movie. I mean, I would say there are 20 other Steven Spielberg movies that are better than the Fabelmans.
Well, I would say if I'm writing my own story, I would have made it way more cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe he's just a mediocre writer.
Yeah. A better version of the Fabelmans is the 8mm. 8mm is but was that Steven Spielberg who did 8mm?
I thought that was more like a J.J. Abrams type.
It might have been.
Alexa, who made the movie 8mm?
From cartoonresearch.com. Eastman Kodak produced 8mm beginning in...
Oh, Jesus
No! Alexa, no!
Kodak. I said the movie!
Okay, Alexa, who directed the movie 8mm?
Adam was directed by Joel Schumacher.
What? What did she say?
She said
Adam?
Adam? Does that mean, she said Adam.
Okay.
Does that mean Joel Schumacher did it? Because that makes more sense.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, God.
Wait, are we talking about the right, are we saying the right movie?
Uh-oh.
Because is 8mm, no, that's the Nicolas Cage movie, is 8mm.
Oh, no, wait, no, Super 8.
Super 8. No, 8mm is that super fucked up Nicolas Cage movie.
Like they're what do you call it when there's snuff film?
Snuff film. It's a snuff film. Oh my God.
People on dirty mattresses.
Yes, on the dirtiest of mattresses and like stabbing that girl to death. And the guy that ended up being the killer in it, Machine is what... See, I can't believe that stuck with me, that his porn name was Machine.
Ew. I mean, I just think that makes me scared. My vagina goes...
Oh! See, nobody wants to hear about what your vagina is doing this early in the morning, babe.
That's probably true.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Super
So
8.
James Gandolfini was in that. Joaquin Phoenix.
Wait, hold on, but who...
Peter Stormare playing the creepiest guy. He was he was the guy that directed the snuff film.
It was Super 8.
Catherine Keener.
Alexa, who directed the movie Super 8?
Norman Reedus was in it.
Super 8 was directed by J.J. Abrams.
Bitch!
Okay, I didn't say...
Eat this dick!
What? Just tell me to eat this dick?
Yes. I got it right.
Okay, fine.
I said it felt like J.J. Abrams.
I guess so. Okay, I'm looking...
Is Alexa going to be a character in our podcast?
I think Alexa should be a character. I think that's a good idea.
The only issue I have with that is, I think we need to be able to hook her up better to sound. Alexa's going to have her own... She's probably listening right now.
Oh, this guy! He was Machine. Guy from...
It flipped.
No, the guy
picture flipped.
The guy from True Blood.
Oh, the
kind of bald guy.
Andy
from True Blood. Yes.
Oh, look at the little bird right there. It's so cute.
That's adorable. Okay, so what have we learned?
Well, because it's a trial run, I wanted to see what the sound sounded
we were going to possibly buy another extra microphone.
Yeah.
But now we're not.
Well,
why should we spend money?
Well, true. Why should we spend money on these assholes? We don't even know if they're listening.
Slurpers.
But this is a Blue Yeti that we're recording on right now, not the Yeti X. It's just the Blue Yeti, but It has the setting to record two people talking across from each other.
Thank you, Blue Yeti. Please sponsor our podcast.
Right.
But right now, our podcast is sponsored by Movie Mode T-shirts.
That's not the name of it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Why do you have, you're the guy who would never get hired to like name shit. Like you would not be Adam. Like God would like make a thing and he would be like, oh, Adam, go name all the beasts of the field. And you'd be like, and you would name them all crazy fucking names. We'd be
You mean like Aardvark?
Yeah. True. You are Adam.
Duck-billed platypus?
No, what this proves is
No, you said I wasn't Adam. You said I wasn't Adam, and then you said I could. Now you're saying I am Adam. I think your concept is seriously flawed.
You said aardvark, which makes me think all men are this way then.
What?
From the beginning of freaking time.
Okay.
You've all been idiots.
Okay, sure. Okay, I accept that. Alexa, make a fart sound.
That was a lovely one.
But see, I don't think you can hear her very well.
Alexa, turn up to 10. Tracy, you just made a fart sound.
Would you like to hear another fart?
Yes.
That was a gassy one.
I'm like,
Play Mr. Farts.
I'm like a child when it comes to fart sounds. They're always funny to me.
All right.
Okay.
I think this was a great first podcast.
Guilty one.
Okay, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop.
Just ask.
Alexa, stop farting.
Alexa, stop farting.
Okay.
Alexa, stop. I don't know.
What? She went into like.
I don't know where. It was like. I don't know. It was like some anime opening. I don't know what was going on there. Okay.
Okay.
Tracy, you're losing your shit.
Okay.
Thank you for being part of
Our trial run.
To Movies to Marry.
What? Married to movies.
Sorry.
Married to movies, and we are sponsored by Movie Mode merch.
Movie Mode merch. If you need merch for your movie mode, Movie Mode.
No, there's some really great t-shirts. There's some really great t-shirts to wear. And I think for the most part, they only come in black and blue.
Right.
Because they are for you to wear on set.
They are the most interesting and original and inside baseball movie t-shirts. Like t-shirts for grips, t-shirts for sound, t-shirts for background actors, t-shirts for directors. I mean, these are really movie-centric t-shirts. Yes. This isn't like, a Goodfellas t-shirt.
Look, on set, you can either be the guy wearing the t-shirt, everybody comes up and says, holy shit, where'd you get that t-shirt?
Right.
Or you can be the guy who comes up and says, holy shit, where did you get that t-shirt?
That's absolutely right.
And you want to be the guy wearing the t-shirt.
That's right. Because there's going to be some holy shit happening either way. I think that commercial needs work.
I think it's perfect.
Okay.
I thought it was brilliant.
I did like the holy shit. Where'd you get that t-shirt? Or holy shit. I did like that part of it. Yeah, that was good. Movie Mode merch. There you go.
You got it right.
Yes. Married to movies.
And
I know things.
Now we're done with breakfast. I've finished my coffee. We hope that you've had a great breakfast and finished your coffee, and we can all get about the business of making movies.
Thank you, Slurpers. We love you.
It's hard not to get romantic about movies. Thanks for listening to Married to Movies. John and Tracy will meet you for breakfast tomorrow. Thanks to our sponsor, Movie Mode Merch, comfortable graphic tees made by and for awesome filmmakers to wear on set and off. Check them out on Insta at Movie Mode Merch.